Today we're looking at the Ibanez ATK 305. Let's have a listen. The ATK originally came out during the mid-1990s, alongside a couple of revivals through the years. This one is from 2007 and made in Indonesia, wherever that is. The story goes that this bass was Ibanez's answer to the MusicMan Stingray. It's built like a tank, it has a MusicMan style humbucker, although this is triple coil, and a 9V active EQ. The body is made of light ash, which is a bit of a misnomer as it's anything but light. Weighing in at 9 pounds or 4 kilograms, it's pretty hefty, alongside its beautiful natural gloss finish. Both the neck and the fretboard are made of maple, and adds a warm brightness to the tone. The bridge tail piece is an absolute beast. It really helps to transmit those vibrations into the body of the bass and keep that sustain going. Speaking of which, you can really add to the sustain by loading your strings through the body of the bass, which complements really nicely with the 5-bolt neck. Or if you prefer, you can top load the strings. For electronics, it has a 9V active EQ, and for some reason you'll find the bass knob at the front of the bass, the mid in the middle, and the treble in the back. Bit strange, but we'll go with it. I also managed to find the EQ curves from an Ibanez catalogue, and you'll see there is tons of range in this thing. Taking a look at the heart of this thing is a unique Ibanez triple coil pickup, which really packs a punch. Practically speaking, the pickup is sunk quite low into the body of the bass, which makes it very uncomfortable for resting on when you're playing. If you compare this to the Fender Aerodyne, which I reviewed last time, you'll see there is quite a difference between these pickup shapes. Right next to this is the 3-way toggle switch, which provides 3 separate voices for the pickup. The switch closest to the neck provides a traditional tone with a high cut filter, using a single coil. It gives you a thick tone for pick play and doesn't misbehave. The switch in the middle position is labelled bright, and it's more of the same but removes the high cut filter. I'm not really sure what Ibanez mean by traditional, but to my ears this is definitely a tribute to the MusicMan Stingray sound, with some jazzy type honky undertones. The bridge position is labelled attack, and runs 2 of the coils in parallel, which provides quite a nice emulation of a precision bass sound. You can hear a lot more of the string play and it gives you a wider sound. Generally speaking, the pickup bites really well and it's very throaty. It has a really smooth honk that isn't too obnoxious and is just musically pleasing. The bass responds to dynamics and the player's touch with great sensitivity. As this is a 5-string bass, let's take a closer look at the B string. The timbre of the string is very good, and it provides a very clear, solid, fundamental note. It performs adequately well with all things considered. But I must admit the bass feels much better with a compressor engaged to lift up that bottom end. Taking a quick look at the headstock, it's a unique Ibanez design, no problems there. The tuning keys are pretty standard and pretty much look like what Fender use. It holds its tuning well enough, but I do find myself checking on the B and the E string as they come a little bit loose over time. The heel on the top of the neck is slightly uncomfortable. It's not ergonomic and protrudes out. Additionally, the nut looks to be plastic and has some pretty sharp edges. Both of these aspects are really uncomfortable when you're trying to fret the first note on the bass. You can really see the difference when you compare the 305 to the Fender Aerodyne. The neck itself is made of 3 pieces and really helps to keep it solid and adds to that tank-like construction. The back of the neck is supposedly a satin finish, but for some reason it's unevenly distributed on my bass. You can feel the finish up to the 7th fret and then it starts to disappear and you just feel the wood. I really don't like the finish, it gives off a lot of friction and it can be quite sticky. I think this is definitely the weakest part of this bass. Let's wrap this up, here's my verdict. The 305 is built like a tank and is a workman's tool. It's solid and it will not let you down. The combination of pickup voicings and active EQ provides you a huge amount of options for dialing in the sound you want. From a thick shaking bottom end to a toppy light sound. The voicings themselves are really quite subtle and undisruptive. It can really tighten up a tone, add additional presence or some airiness. I find it really helps to accentuate whatever style I'm playing that day. That could be plectrum, fingerplay or slapping. If you're a beginner and you're looking to upgrade to a better bass or try a 5-string, this is a brilliant choice. Sonically, I can't fault it, and you will spend hours tinkering around trying to find your own sound. There is a sound in here for everyone. There are a few quality controls and ergonomic issues like I've already said. Whilst unpleasant, it really doesn't detract from the overall pleasantness from this bass. All things considered, it's a very lovely, loud and versatile bass, and I have no problems recommending everyone give it a try. There is definitely a sound in this bass for everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.